Good morning everyone and welcome to a new video and a new season on the channel. It's Saturday the 2nd of July 2022, and to kick off the 2022 to 2023 season I have a double header. At midday I'm heading down to Derbyshire to start the new season with Ilkeston Town versus Carlton Town. Then at 3 PM it is up the road to South Yorkshire for Armthorpe Welfare versus Doncaster Rovers. Both games are of course friendlies, but after 4 weeks away I'm finally back and I'm buzzing to get the new campaign underway. Let's head down to Derbyshire. So I'm in Ilkeston. Last season Ilkeston were champions of the Northern Premier League Midlands division and were subsequently promoted to Step 3, but were transferred over to the Southern League Premier Central, I believe it's called. Meanwhile Carlton Town were 6th in the Northern Premier League Midlands division, but they themselves have also been transferred over, but obviously as they weren't promoted, it was a sideways movement into the Northern Premier League East Division, so they'll be coming up against the likes of Shildon, North Shields, Concert and Doncaster this coming season. Obviously new to this for me today. It's not the sort of area I'd visit normally, but delighted to be here and start the season off with something a bit different. Like in previous years, like I've sort of started based in like Yorkshire and North East. I mean, obviously there was an exception a few years ago where I went over to Northern Ireland to Belfast for my first game, but yeah, should be a good day this. Nice double header to get things going. Let's head into the new Manor ground and find out how my first game of 2022 to 2023 will unfold. So, first impressions of the ground, I really do quite like it. I love that quirky little stand that's just there in a corner where you get evidently a bit of a vantage point. It's really quite neat as well, so yeah, really impressed so far. Not a bad way to start a new season at all, and of course with the first game comes the first pint, and today I've gone for an East Coast IPA. It's not too bad at all, so good start to the day. So let's hope that the game matches up, complements that. So the team's warming up now. Ilkeston getting ready just over here, going to be in their usual red and white this afternoon. Carlton are away over there. Now here come Ilkeston out onto the pitch. Now here come Carlton out onto the pitch. And the new season is underway. Oh. Well, first goal of the new season goes to Carlton Town. Oh! Oh no!
Stinker there. That was about 4 yards out. Yeah. No, that's fine.
Oh.
There you go.
So it's a chance. Oh no! Just can't get it in, can they? Half-time, Ilkeston Town 0, Carlton Town 1. Maybe not what was to be expected from this game, but here we are. And to be fair, Carlton have actually played pretty well. I mean, it is pre-season, you can't read into it too much. I know Ilkeston are changing their entire team round for the second half, so I don't know which of the two would be regarded as a stronger. But as that half was drawn to a close, we were getting some chances away, but just couldn't put the ball into the back of net. I mean, I've had a lot of the ball, just generally been pretty ineffective with it, but as I say, it's not the be all and end all. I mean, in a couple of weeks time everyone will have completely forgotten this game maybe even ever happened, but hopefully there can be a few more goals for the neutral in the second half. Is he in? Oh, good save. Oh! Oh!
Yeah! Come on, Emily. Great goal, Niall.
2 foot unbelievable.
Oh! It's not the day, is it? Full-time Ilkeston Town 0, Carlton Town 2. I can't say the new season's exactly exploded into life, but then again it is a friendly, isn't it? But well deserved on the day there for Carlton, who fought over the two halves, really were excellent and thoroughly deserved the win. It'll be interesting to see now if they can take the positives of this forward for the rest of pre-season and into the new league campaign. As for Ilkeston, safe to say they've got a lot to sort of go through based on that. If they're like, I mean, at the end of the day, as I said, it is only the first game of pre-season, so I can't read into it at all really. But yeah, it wasn't the best of performances by them today. I'm going to be brutally honest about that, but there's still time for them to sort it out and turn it around. Anyway, now let's get up the road to Armthorpe. So here I'm in Armthorpe. Armthorpe at the end of last season were about 13th, I believe, in the Northern Counties East League First Division. As for Doncaster, they finished 22nd in League 1 and were subsequently relegated to League 2, but there's still a massive gulf between these two sides today. But it is good that Doncaster are coming down here and giving teams like this a friendly. I mean, there's quite a lot of people here, which is pretty good to see. It looks like it's going to be a pretty big turnout, which will only do Armthorpe a lot of good. Like, you think it's a lot more people than what would normally get, and hopefully for their sake they can at least make a good impression, and so more of these Doncaster fans will maybe come down and watch them when then either away and they can't get there or they're not playing. Anyway, let's head inside to the ground and find out what it's like.
Believe it or not,
So one or two Armthorpe players warming up. I think Doncaster have gone in basically. Don't think it's too long before the game starts. So here come the teams. Armthorpe in blue, Doncaster in red and white. And we're on the way.
That's what he does every time.
Where did he get it from?
No.
That's the kind of
So there's a bit of a hold up because there's an incident in the crowd. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but fingers crossed it'll all be okay and the game can get going again fairly shortly. Now the game's back underway. I make it was held up for about 9 minutes. It turned out someone had been hit by the ball, but it seems that they're okay, so that's the main thing.
That's another good one.
Oh!
I thought that was it. I never seen him after a dog.
Oh!
Oh, gone.
Oh!
Nice.
Keeper's having a blinder.
Yeah, that was a super save. That. Good, that.
Well.
It's a team digging in.
Half time, Armthorpe Welfare 0, Doncaster Rovers 0, and you've got to give a lot of credit to Armthorpe here because they really have dug in well and they've defended really well. The goalkeeper's having a good game, and you've got to say they've maybe had the odd half chance themselves. So you've got to give them a lot of respect for that. I'm not quite sure what sort of team Doncaster have out. It looks like there could be quite a few youngsters out there, but likes of I think Adam Clayton's playing and people like that as well. So yeah, I mean, you sort of feel it could only be a matter of time before Doncaster do find that goal, but very commendable effort indeed by Armthorpe so far.
Told you he was good. Told you he was good.
Always rated him, didn't you?
Always rated him at borderline.
Yeah. That's a foul.
Oh, I thought that was in.
Oliver.
Go on.
Go on.
Go on.
Yes.
Oh.
Best way there.
Go on.
Go on. Another corner. Get the goalkeeper. Oh, go on.
Back in. Oh.
Oh, Zen!
Yes!
No!
Oh. It's 3 in a couple of minutes or so.
Yeah.
Chance.
Yeah. Go on. Oh.
Full time Armthorpe Welfare 0, Doncaster Rovers 2. Really good effort there by Armthorpe, and they had a spell at one point in the second half, didn't they, where it really looks as though they could have got an equaliser, but it wasn't to be. But I think they can take a lot of encouragement from their overall display, and I think overall today they'll be fairly happy with how it's gone. I mean, it was an excellent turnout. I mean, the money they'll have made today from people going through the gate and getting food and drink, etc., that'll do them an absolute world of good. So well done to the Doncaster fans for turning out. I think could maybe visibly see Doncaster put out like the Doncaster team in the second half were just fitter, and eventually that's all. They got a goal relatively early on in the second half, then obviously I added another late on there. I mean, in terms of the overall football today, I mean the football itself today wasn't brilliant, but it was nice to get out to 2 new grounds and enjoy my company, etc. So not too bad, not a bad way to start the season really. Fingers crossed. I mean, the football will sort itself out as the season goes on. You can't read into it after 2 friendlies. But anyway, that is that for this video. I'll be back on Tuesday night with Redcar Town versus Northallerton Town. Can Northallerton finally end their long-running curse on a channel? It'll be interesting to find out. But until then, take care and I'll see you later.